Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, hopefully you are fine and you are staying home and doing great with your studies. So, we have been discussing right forms of verbs in earlier classes. Today, we will also go through some particular rules. So, we will start from rule 16 today. It's very simple. If you find some particular words like always, regularly, generally, usually, occasionally, normally, naturally, frequently, everyday, daily, often, this much, then you to follow the structure of present indefinite tense, or those sentence will be constructed with the structure of present indefinite tense. And present indefinite tense structure is very simple: subject, verb, object, or s or es will be added if you find subject third person singular. So main form, base form of the verb will be added there. So for example, we see organizations frequently need employees who speak a standard form of English. So organizations, after this word we find the word frequently. So at once we found the word frequently, that became we to take base form of the verb need here. Second sentence, second example, it says English usually helps to get good job. So another word usually is trust here. So we to take also base form, main form of the verb English usually helps. So at once English is third person and singular, so we to take s or es with the verb, so it becomes helps. Another example, he always prays his prayer. So it's all about rule 16. Let's start rule 17. Rule 17 says if you find now, at this moment, at present, day by day, increasingly rapidly, this much in any sentence, that be time you to follow the structure of present continuous tense. For example, we find a sentence here: mobile phone users are increasing day by day. He's eating now. So in first sentence, the phrase day by day, at once we trust it here, so we to follow the structure of present continuous tense. In second sentence, we found the word now, so we to take the continuous ing should be added with the verb. So he's eating now. Rule 18 says if you find yesterday, one day ago, long ago, last night, last month, previously, this much in any sentence, that term past indefinite structures will be followed there. So for example, I received your letter yesterday. So at once we found the word yesterday, so received here v2 means past form of the verb. One day I borrowed a book from you. So we found the another word phrase here, one day. So at once we found it, so we to take past form of the verb borrowed. So rule 16, 17, 18 to sum up. First one, always, usually, regularly, generally, seldom, often, this much. You find this, that term, you have to follow the structure of present simple tense. And if you find now, at this moment, in this moment, day by day, increasingly, rapidly, this much, then you to take continuous form, continuous present continuous tense, means ing will be added with the verb. And rule 18 says if you find yesterday, ago, long ago, last month, last night, this much, previously, this much in any sentence, that term, you to follow the structure of past indefinite tense. Now let's go through the remaining rules. So rule 19 says if you find just now, already, yet, ever, lately, recently, immediately in any sentence, that term you to follow present perfect tense. So he has transferred from Dhaka recently, we have shifted to safe place immediately. So at once we found the two were recently and immediately here, so we followed the present perfect tense structure here. Rule 20 says if you find mind, ought, without, get used to, got used to, be used to, past, cannot help, could not help, would you mind, this much, that term ing will be added with the verb. So do you mind having a cup of tea? He can't help smoking. So this much. So in this case, you will take ing with the verb. And rule 21 says if you find particular words like ask, decide, demand, forget, happen, hope, learn, manage, neglect, this much, that term you to use to after the verb. She have neglects to his friend, it seems to me false. We have decided to start a business. So at once you take to, and after this the verb will be base form or main form. Rule 22 says if you find had better, had rather, would better, let, must, need, dare, make, would sooner, would, had sooner, this much, then after this be1 or base form of the verb will be used. For example, he had better read newspaper regularly. So we found the phrase here had better. So we to take base form of the verb read here. Well, so two more rules to go. Keep watching. So rule 23 says if you find it is time, it is high time, wish, fancy, that be time, we to follow the structure of past indefinite tense. Past indefinite tense structure says subject be2 object. So here verbs form will be be2 past form. So I fancy I turns are pale. It is high time we developed our country. In this case, in first sentence, fancy, then after the verbs come turn, so it will be turned. Next it says it is high time. So at once we found the phrase it is high time, so verb develop will be developed. So this is very simple. It is time, it is high time, wish, fancy. After this we will take past form of the verb. Last rule for today, it says if you find list in any sentence, that be time you will take should before the verb. So at once you take should, then we know it. Then after can, could, may, might, but, shall, should, be1 is used. So we'll take base form or main form of the verb. So for example, walk first list, you should miss the train. Retentive list, you should fail in the exam. So this much. So last two rule is very simple. It is time, it is high time. In this case, we will take past indefinite. If you find list anywhere, we'll take should, and after should, base form of the verb will be used. So that's all for today. After going through the rules, you'll get some exercises and you'll solve this. Hopefully next time onwards you won't have problem with that forms of verb. You'll get a good figure in the exam. So stay safe, keep bond with your studies. Thank you so much.